Hey, this is Jamie at Useful Knowledge. Well, last night I made homemade apple butter. You folks have been asking me on the channel to make a video on apple butter for years, but I just didn't have a good recipe. But my wife and I, we rented a cabin over in North Georgia over the July 4th holiday, and it had an old cookbook in that cabin called Joy of Cooking, and it had an apple butter recipe in it, and it explained exactly how much brown sugar for every cup of cooked down apples that you needed to use. And it also had the normal spices such as cinnamon and clove and allspice. So if you'll stay tuned, I'm going to take you through making apple butter, and it really doesn't take that long. It's only a little over 2 hours, and it absolutely tastes awesome. It tastes just like fall. Okay, to get started, you'll need about 5 pounds of apples. So what you're going to buy is about 1 peck of apples. Now, I bought these apples from Isom's Orchard, which is a local orchard up in Athens, Alabama, and they're golden delicious. That's the variety, and they're slightly tart, but Isom says they're great for making apple butter. So let's get going. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to peel and cut up each one of these apples. Now, it's really not going to take that long. You're probably going to spend about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes on each apple, so you'll make quick work of that. So what I do is to peel these, I just go in a circle here. And then I'll just go down the apple. Alright, so that's a peeled apple. Now, next, to cut it up, I really just go back in a circle, cutting it like that, cutting chunks about that size off of it. We're going to cook these down here in just a minute. So I just like going in circles, like that. Nothing fancy. Alright. When I get to this point, now I'm going to start doing this because I'm getting closer to the core. That way I'll make sure I get all the apple I can off that core. Alright. And we are down to the core. Alright. So, as you can see, it's pretty quick. We just got to do the rest of these apples and we'll be ready to make apple butter. Okay, that peck of apples cut up is actually overfilling my 7-quart Lodge pot. Now, I know this is going to cook down, so I'm not worried about it. What we're going to do next is we're going to add 2 cups of water. Alright, and we're going to turn this on to a medium. Okay, so I've got this turned on to medium, and it's going to start warming up. So while it's warming up, I'm going to go ahead and put a lid on it. Alright, we're going to come back and check this in about 5 minutes. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, and I can hear some boiling going down in here. Oh yeah. Alright, you can already see that's kind of starting to boil down just a little bit, and these are not quite hot up here, but they're hot down below, so we're just going to try to stir this up just a little. Alright, I'm going to put the lid back on there to hold that heat in so that all of these can get mushy. Alright, and we're going to check it in another 5 minutes. Alright, it's been another 5 minutes, and things are cooking really good in here now. And I'm just going to You can see they're starting to cook down because this is way lower than it was when we first started. Just about 12 minutes ago now. Alright, you can see the water's right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lid back on and we will check it in another 5 minutes. Okay, it's been another 5 minutes and oh yeah, these are cooking down really nicely. This whole pot is hot. It's been probably all total at least 20 minutes since we started. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn these down to a low. Alright. Stir that up to get the ones that are on the bottom up top and vice versa. And we're going to cover them back up. We're going to check them in another 5. Alright. Time to check it again. These are getting very, very soft. And it's been about 27 minutes since we put these in and turned them on. Alright, I'm going to cover them back up. Give them about another 5 minutes. We are at 35 minutes when we started. And we are getting close to nothing but mush, which is what we want. We're going to put it back on there. We're going to check it in another 5. Okay, we're back. And we are right at 40 minutes from when we started. And you can see the apples have broken down really nicely. Now, we've been on a low most of this after everything got heated up. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a whisk and I'm going to go through these apples to break them down even more. If you have an immersion blender, by all means use that. If you don't, use a whisk. And I'm going to use a whisk because most people don't have one of those blenders. Okay, we are pretty much straight up applesauce now. The old recipe says add 1/2 cup of brown sugar to each cup of applesauce. Okay, now that's the problem. We're gonna have to take this out in measurement. Okay, so all I'm gonna do now is just measure how much I have in there. So I'm just gonna scoop this out. All right, we are at 4 cups there. All right, so we got 2 cups there, and that's about it. There might be just a few ounces left in there. So that's, we're gonna call it 10 total cups of basically applesauce is what we made at this point. And so that means we're going to put 5 cups of brown sugar in it. That's the old recipe. That's what we're going to follow. So I'm going to put this back in. Alright, so we got that back in there. And I'm going to hit it again with the whisk. I saw a couple of larger chunks of apples, not too many. Oh, there was one right there. There it is. And you can mush those up if you find them. But I just saw a couple. There's one more. All right. Okay, so we're going to get our 5 cups of brown sugar ready, and we're going to get it in here. Okay, we have our brown sugar ready to go. So we're going to put 5 cups of brown sugar in here. Now this may look like a lot, but I tasted those apples and they need it if you're making apple butter. Alright, so the recipe called for 1/2 cup of brown sugar, for every cup of your cooked down apples. All right, so we're going to start mixing that in, and we're going to turn this back to a low. All right, we're on low there. Okay, we've got our brown sugar in there, and we're going to put a tablespoon of cinnamon, and we're going to go ahead and put the allspice in. We're going to mix that up. With the whisk, and that'll help finish off your apples, making sure they're all mushed up in there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to add about a teaspoon of the clove. The recipe did call for 1.5 teaspoons. That just seemed like a little bit too much. So we're going to add a teaspoon. We're going to mix that up. Okay, we're still on a low here. I'm going to give this a taste. What we want to do now is we want to put our jars in the oven as this is warming up. Okay, I just put the spices and sugar in my cooked down apples. So now it's time to go ahead and put your jars in the oven and turn them to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I've got 12 8-ounce mason jelly jars in the oven right here. If you want larger jars, if you want the pint jars, you'll need about 6, maybe even 7 of the pint jars. All right, again, 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Place your 12 lids in a small pot with water and turn on to a low. Okay, this is almost up to temperature. All right, and honestly, it's just about thick enough to can. Right now, we've been working on this for an hour and 27 minutes as far as the cooking part. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and turn this up to medium. And why I'm doing this is I want to get this whole pot at the boiling point, because I'm going to open kettle can it. Now, if you want to water bath can it, feel free to do so. All right, got my hot jars. So these came out of the oven at 250 degrees. And I've got my hot apple butter. It's at the boiling point. So we're going to can this using the open kettle method. Now that is the secret to the open kettle method. You want to get the hot product into the hot jars and get the lids on quickly. I've done this my entire life and I get them to seal every time. So that is the key. All right, we're going to load these up and we're going to can them. What I do is I bring anything I'm canning to the bottom of my canning funnel. Will give me just about the perfect headspace. And then I just go to the next one. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a wet paper towel and I'm just going to go around the rims of each one of these jars. And that just ensures a good seal because it makes sure there is no apple butter on the tops of these jars. You can do this quickly. It's been probably about 5 minutes from when I turned that off. I've got these loaded up and the rims cleaned off. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the lids on. Now what I do is I take them out and I dry them. Just like that. Place them on top. We're going to do all 12 of them. You just want to keep working quickly. Alright. So it's probably been about 8 minutes from when I turned them off. So now we're going to get the rings on. And these things are very, very hot, so be careful. So now all I do is I tighten that up, turn it upside down. Tighten it up, turn it upside down. So we're going to leave these upside down for 5 minutes and we're going to turn them back over. And we'll let them cool down and seal. Okay, all that's left to do is turn these over. And be careful, they're very hot still. And as these cool down, you'll hear a ping and they'll be sealed. And they will last at least a year in your pantry. I tell everybody about 12 to 18 months. They probably won't be around after 12 or 18 months because people are going to eat them. So anyway, at least that's what happens at my house. So expect 12 to 18 months in the pantry as far as longevity. Okay, we're going to check these out and see, check the consistency and see how it tastes. Oh yeah, look at that. That is perfect consistency. Look at that. Alright, I got to get some toast going, and we're going to have some toast and apple butter this morning. So we hope you gain some useful knowledge on how easy it is to make homemade apple butter. And this is a 1931 recipe. Thanks for watching.